I have been drinking my son's sticky white stuff for breakfast every day. I'm a divorced mother living with my 21-year-old son. I've been very corny after my divorce, and I frequently have to use a roast toy inside my room, and I knew my son could hear my moans. This all started a few months ago when I went to clean his room. I noticed one of my panties was under his desk, and it was covered in something sticky. It looked the same as his crusty forbidden sock. The smell was intoxicating to me. I didn't say anything to him about my discovery, and let him have the freedom to continue. I got curious, and I intentionally wore the crusty panties I found in my son's room. It turned me on like crazy. Because of my free reign on my son's behavior, he has seemingly become emboldened. He not only releases his huge sticky white stuff on my panties, but also on my Nike Pro shorts. As always, I pretended not to notice and simply wore whatever piece of clothing that had his dried, crusty white stuff on them and washed it off later. It seriously turned me on knowing that I've been wearing clothing with my son's sticky, white stuff on them. One morning, my son told me he made me coffee and carried a cup to me directly. It was unusual for him to make coffee, and as I drank it, he stared at me with the most strange excitement. I stared back at him cluelessly, and when I tasted a trace of his sticky white stuff in my coffee, he screamed "Get pranked" and ran away. But once again, I pretended not to know what he was doing. Later that evening, he carried a cup of milk to my room and said it's good to have a cup of milk before sleep. Could see his wild excitement. As I drank his milk, he asked me how does his milk taste. And still acting like I was completely oblivious, I told him that his milk tasted very sweet and mommy loved it. He has now been doing this every morning with no issue. This was till he brought me chocolate milk one morning. I didn't overthink it and took a big sip before I spit it out. Holy moly, I think he pooped in it.